Europe breathes a sigh of relief. Overnight, Russia fired on one of the largest nuclear power plants in the world, setting fire to one of the reactors. But this morning, the fire is out with no radiation leak. We'll show you just how close it got to a Chernobyl-like situation, or worse, and why Russia was so desperate to take the plant.
Back here at home, 2 people are dead this morning, including a child, following accidents on the roadway. We're taking a look ahead to your morning commute, including how the Berkman 2 implosion could impact your way to work on this Friday morning. You're watching Good Morning Jacksonville.
Happy Friday, everyone. Is there any other kind of Friday? Am I right? All right, I hope you're having a fine one so far. Welcome to GMJ. I'm Lewis Turner.
Welcome in. I'm Keitha Nelson. It is a happy Friday.
Yeah.
A lot to get to this morning, but we've got to start with the forecast because it's a busy weekend. A lot going on this weekend. For more on that, there's meteorologist Lauren Routencrantz.
Hey, and if y'all stay tuned for the end of the show, we've got some fun GMJ news to talk about. And if you've been on social, well, you already know. Spoiler alert, but hey, we'll save it for the end of the show as well. Satellite and radar, nice and quiet. Things are clear and calm. No fog to deal with though, so that is some good news. But hey, it is another chilly start out there. 44 at the airport. The last several mornings we've been at 41, so if anything, we're a few degrees warmer than the last morning. 50 degrees out towards St. Augustine. And those warmer mornings are going to be the theme as we head throughout the weekend. Those afternoons going to continue to stay well above average in the upper 70s and lower 80s. Plenty of sunshine today, but those breezes will be picking up. You can see beautiful first light out there in Jacksonville Beach sunrise in just 18 minutes. Katie, over to you in the U.S. Health Traffic Center.
Good morning, everybody. Your time right now, 6:31. Getting you guys out the door. Starting with a live look back towards Clay County, where you have a crash along US 17 northbound near the Eagle Harbor neighborhood. So talking about Fleming Island, still blocking 2 lanes. Traffic slowly getting by in that far left lane. So if you are leaving the Clay County area, maybe Fleming Island, or you use US 17 to travel through Fleming Island, plan an extra time because that is going to cause at least maybe 10-15 minute delay for you in that growing congestion. Also got a report of a crash at 295 northbound near Pritchard Road, but no lanes there are blocked. It's off to the side, so this is not causing any delays.
Katie, thanks. A crash with a semi-truck turned deadly. Multiple kids involved, multiple injuries. The road is back open this morning, though. That's 295 near 103rd. Leah Shields live with the details on the west side. Hello, Leah.
Around 9:30 last night on 295, just down the road from where we are on the west side of Jacksonville. It was 295 and 103rd Street. When traffic started slowing down, a semi-truck slowing down in the congestion, but the car behind it, a van, did not slow down in time, rear-ending the semi-truck, and the 3 people inside that van all injured. One of them killed. A 34-year-old female driver, serious injuries, a 6-year-old girl with minor injuries, and a 12-year-old boy killed in that crash overnight. We have traffic camera footage from around 10:30 last night when there was a lot of congestion. First responders on scene responding to that traffic crash. Now, the semi-truck driver uninjured. We do also know that everyone involved in this incident, according to FHP, was wearing their seatbelt. Now, this part of 295 is just one exit away from Wilson Boulevard, which back in 2020 was considered one of the most dangerous drives on 295, according to data I received from FHP. Back in 2020, around 121 crashes in that stretch of road with 28 injuries. So we are thinking of that family this morning. We know next of kin has been notified. Leah Shields, First Coast News, on your side.
Thanks for that, Leah. And breaking overnight, one person is recovering after a shooting on the city's north side. This happened just after 10 last night. JSO investigators say they found the victim in the roadway on 25th Street. Now, he is in the hospital at this point, and there's no word on any suspect information. But folks, if you know anything, please give Crime Stoppers a call. And breaking overnight, the fighting continues in Ukraine, but the world breathed a collective sigh of relief overnight after nuclear disaster was averted. So this video shows Russian forces firing on a nuclear power plant. This is one of the largest power plants in Eastern Europe. Keep that in mind. Now, Ukrainian authorities say the shelling set fire to one of the 6 reactors. The world pleaded with Russia to stop firing on that site. At one point, firefighters attempted to put out the flames, but they could not because they were being fired at by Russian troops. Finally, just a few hours ago, word came down that the fire was out. There was damage to the reactor, but the flames did not spread to the power unit. The White House confirmed overnight there is no indication of elevated radiation levels in that area, and 2 people were hurt. Wow.
All right, so why though? And Keitha kind of breaking down all that happened, but why go after nuclear power plants? Why does Russia want them so bad? You think back to the beginning of this now 8-day-old war, Russia coming out of Belarus towards Chernobyl, that nuclear reactor site that we all remember from the 80s as it made its way to Kyiv. Kyiv has a lot to do with this, as well as this big body of water that runs right through the country. When active, this power plant to the south, the one they were attacking last night, supplies a quarter of the power to the entire country of Ukraine. Now, the location also a big part. Taking a look at the map of those attacks so far, we told you about fighting in Kherson down by the Black Sea to the very south. Of course, Ukraine bordering the Black Sea, and here's Crimea there where Russian troops are set up as well. Now, this river system that we mentioned, it's a massive system, runs all the way up from the Black Sea to the capital of Kyiv. And here is where that power plant is, right on that river. Now, if Russia controls the cities along the river, Ukraine would lose another major route for food and ammunition into capital city of Kyiv. This is like ancient warfare. If you think cut off the major supply areas, and most oftentimes the biggest cities, of course, built right on the river, which cuts the entire country in half, by the way. And if you look to the east, that whole contested region, the Donbas region, well, that lies, again, to the east of this river. If Russia expands to the river, they'd just be inching their borders out even closer. That is the strategy, it seems, right now. We continue to watch. Keitha?
Now, we know a lot of you are paying very close attention to all of this. To stay up to date on what is going on with this war, you can simply go to our website, firstcoastnews.com, or check out that First Coast News app.
Well, back here at home, the Berkman 2 building is scheduled to come down at 10 a.m. on Sunday morning, finally happening this weekend. So we're learning a little bit more about what's going to go up in its place. Now, you may remember a part of the structure collapsed in 2007, leaving 1 man dead. Members of the city council say the building is a stain on the history of Jacksonville, and they're excited to have something better built in its place. Councilman Reggie Gaffney says the space will be mixed use, so it will include apartments, condos, and stores.
We got multi-use coming here, where you got townhouses as well as apartment upstairs, and you got retails and other stores to the bottom. I think the city of Jacksonville going to be delighted when they take a look at what the riverfront properties done put together.
So that implosion is set to take place 10 o'clock Sunday morning. But let's look at how this is going to impact the traffic in that area for Sunday morning. So they have the exclusion zone where no one will be allowed inside this zone. Those street closures will begin at 7 a.m. on Sunday, with the implosion, of course, scheduled for 10. Now, the exclusion zone is basically Market Street out to the west, Adams Street just north of the jail there, Adams Street to the north, and then over towards the east, just east of the Maxwell House plant. But the exclusion zone also includes the water here of the St. Johns River in front of the Berkman 2. So if you were going to watch it by boat, remember the exclusion zone does include the water in front of the Berkman as well. So those streets inside the exclusion zone, which are basically Liberty Street, Bay Street, parts of Marsh Street, that's going to close at 7 a.m. and those closures will remain in place until debris that's on the roadway has been cleared. So they don't have a time frame on when they will reopen. It's just once they can make sure those streets are cleared.
We'll be watching it live on TV. We got cameras set up all over Jacksonville. It'll be a fun piece of TV. So definitely check that out Sunday morning, NBC 12. In your fast lane right now here at 6:38, we begin with new details overnight on the death of a motorcyclist from the south side of Jacksonville. JSO says a witness saw the motorcyclist speeding along San Jose Boulevard around 9:30 last night. Again, that's per the witness. So they say he hit a concrete mailbox on Hilliard Road. JSO says he died at the scene and his identity has not yet been released.
In Volusia County, FDOT is finished working on repairs to the roadway after a fiery crash on I-95. Look at these images. 3 people died. More than a dozen cars were involved in 5 separate crash scenes. Investigators are still working to piece together exactly what caused that initial crash.
It was a mess. It had the road closed down for so long. State transportation inspectors, though, say it is safe to travel under and over the bridge on Hendricks Avenue, very near downtown Jacksonville. But this is after a semi-truck hit the beams holding I-95 South ramp up. Happened Thursday morning very early. The debris has been cleaned up. Crews had to cover the damage up with tarp to make sure it wasn't falling down on cars and people that were going under the bridge. But the main line on I-95, of course, still functional this morning. Florida Department of Transportation says it's gearing up to make permanent repairs to the bridge.
The Georgia House approves a bill that gives farmers in the state greater legal protection. So the law protects farms from being considered a nuisance if it has been in operation for a year or longer. Now, nuisances that include smells or loud noises, opponents say existing laws already protect farmers from those lawsuits. The bill goes to the Senate next.
Just a few short hours, the Jacksonville Jaguars will be hosting the top girls flag football teams from across our area at the bank. It includes teams from Duval, St. John's, Nassau Clay, and Putnam County schools. Go check out the tournament. Be nice to each other. No hard hitting. It's flag football. For heaven's sakes, it begins at 10 o'clock and it's all day long. Good luck to them.
All right, it's that time of year where a lot of us feel that itch to do some type of repairs to our home, sprucing things up.
Absolutely.
Well, the annual Home and Patio Show makes its return to Duval this weekend. That is somewhere where folks like me get myself into trouble financially.
It's motivation. You get there and you think, oh my gosh, I could do that in my own backyard. In fact, I
want this. It's just how
I've got to do some stuff. And I'm challenging Bob Vila to a birdhouse off when that man ever decides to come back to town for the patio show. Hello, McKenna Rodriguez.
Good morning. Well, Keitha, I know you said that spending money might get you in trouble here at the Home and Patio Show, but look at these displays. I mean, if you want to spruce up your garden, we've got wind chimes, we've got plenty of flowers and palm trees. But the cool thing about this show is I'm actually here with Jason Duffney. He's the owner of Earthworks Gardens, and he doesn't want to just take your money. He wants to educate you and help you save money. So Jason, tell me what you say to people when they come in, they want to buy new plants, but they already have some plants.
Yep, we always try to check. I know it's a little weird. We brought some ugly plants here with us today, guys. But we always try to check with the customers to see if their plant's actually dead. A lot of you guys out there might have some very ugly looking plants like these two here. And if you do, there's a couple things you can check very easily. Number one is if you see any growth, see that right there, that little growth on the top? That is an indicator that this entire stem is completely alive. Now, if you don't have that and it's completely mushy and brown, what you do is you come in and you just want to scratch lightly until you can see any green growth. You see that
there's
bright
some green right there.
Right? And so that bright green growth means that entire branch is alive to that point. Maybe it's brown there, and if it is, you come in, trim it off there, and you're gonna get 2 new stems that grow right out of that. Every plant's a little different, so we'll teach you and educate you at the shop, but don't give up on your plants right away. It's a little warm, you gotta wait for it to warm up a little bit more.
So as far as these plants right here, I mean, these all look obviously like they're dying. Do you clip these off up top, or, because this one even looks a little bit more healthier than this one.
I know,
one's
right?
sad.
It's completely dead, right? And so it's the same thing. You'll do that scratch test all the way down, so you got green. So actually, technically, these are alive most likely, right? So you can just trim this as you see fit. You may want to bring it down halfway so you can shape it again this year, and that's just all a personal choice. But if it were to be brown, you need to keep going, 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 and if it were brown all the way down here at the very bottom, then most likely this plant would be dead.
Gotcha. And we did talk, I'm not a plant person. I mean, I want to be. Everybody wants to be. But you said there are a few plants that people can purchase that will stay alive, right?
Yeah.
Can you just name a few of those?
Yeah, most like we were actually talking about houseplants, and if you're doing that, you want to stick with a ZZ plant, what people know as the snake plant or pothos, all great that you can, basically if you can't keep those alive, you might not be able to keep any plant alive.
Gotcha. All right, so you heard that, Keitha. Ways to save. Go out there, check your plants. You think you got that down?
We don't have green thumbs. None of us. Now, McKenna, we heard him mention Bob Vila at the top, and you ignored him twice when he did it. I ignore him all the time as well. I get that.
Yep.
But Turner, you've been itching to mention. What is the Bob Vila story? What is your obsession with this man?
We just have a rivalry that goes back to 2010. I mean, this is a dozen years long, decade rivalry with Vila, and I'm ready for he keeps ducking me for this birdhouse competition I want to have. And if you've got Liz Morgan still there, she helps out with that major event, which is unbelievable. I need that.
He's ranting. Look, McKenna, he got stood up for an interview with Bob, and that's why he has this beef with him. But Bob doesn't even know if he exists. So,
no clue.
Yeah.
But I will let him know on Twitter.
Well, Lou, you know what, Lou? I'm sorry. I cannot fight your battles for you. So I just chose to be the So take the high road and just ignore it.
There we go. Great advice on this Friday morning. Thanks for that, McKenna. We're going to just keep
I don't have
quiet.
that level of maturity, McKenna. High road. What? All right. 6:44. We're right back after this.
Time right now is 6:47 and we are looking at some cool temperatures to start off on your Friday morning. Just a couple degrees warmer than the last several mornings, but still, it is quite chilly out there. All right, 44 at the airport, 45 in Lake City, 57 in Mayport, and we've got nice dry air in place, which means, yes, it's starting off cool, but you can guarantee a nice big warm up later on in the afternoon. Now, that high pressure that is in control picks up those winds today out of the northeast, east-northeast as we head more throughout the day, but nonetheless temperatures will be a bit cooler along the beaches, near 80 degrees farther inland, and we'll see those lower 80s out west. Again, high pressure will stick around throughout the rest of the weekend, but as we head toward early next week, we are going to watch this cold front begin to inch across the southeast, and by Tuesday and Wednesday we've got some pop-ups in the forecast before widespread shower chances return. Finally, though, by Thursday, Friday, we could use the rain, but you know what? It could hold off for this weekend because we've got a lot happening, including the concourse at Amelia at the Ritz-Carlton, of course. A bit breezier and cooler today, but warming up throughout the weekend. Plenty of sunshine. You'll want to find those cool spots starting Sunday because we are going to have mid to upper 80s in the forecast. So while it is nice and warm in downtown Jacksonville, you can guarantee it'll be nice and cool in the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Near record warmth by Monday. And again, we'll continue to fine-tune the rain chances next week because I know we've got the players happening and there's going to be a lot of folks that are out and about. So right now it does look like the bulk of the rain rolling in Thursday and Friday, but ahead of that front, Wednesday and then also Tuesday to back up for the practice rounds, a couple pop-ups. Summertime kind of feel, maybe late springtime kind of feel. And then by next weekend, hopefully, fingers crossed, we clear out. But again, we've got some time to watch it. Enjoy this nice, warm, sunny weekend. Katie, over to you in the U.S. Health Traffic Center.
Good morning. Your time right now is 6:48. We are still watching, of course, the crash in the Fleming Island area. Now only one lane is blocked along US 17 northbound near Raggedy Point, which is near the Eagle Harbor neighborhood. But just be careful for this. It is causing delays, so build that into your time if you're driving through the Fleming Island area. You can see those heavy delays from 220 up towards Raggedy Point Road. That right lane there still blocked on US 17 northbound by that crash. We are watching a crash over here towards 295 northbound near Pritchard. Now, no lanes there are blocked, so it's off to the side, but seeing it looks like congestion build as people are approaching. It looks like the exit for US 90 along 295 southbound, so something to be aware of there as well. If you're traveling along I-95 northbound from 295 to downtown, normal 12 minutes at this point. Buckman Bridge, minor delay there along the bridge, but have not heard of any reports of problems. You can always follow me on Twitter, hashtag Katie's Commuters. I send out updates as soon as I see new issues come in.
Thanks for that, Katie. It's now 49 minutes past the hour on this Friday morning. Let's take a quick look at your top weekend events.
So many activities happening. Very busy here on the First Coast.
So all weekend you can celebrate car culture Amelia Island style. The Amelia Concours d'Elegance kicked off yesterday. It runs until Saturday at the grounds of the Ritz-Carlton. The car show has hundreds of classics from all across the nation, and you can purchase your tickets online. You heading out there, Lou? I know you like
Oh,
that.
I love it up there. Oh, man. I wish I could get there. But tonight, you have until 6 p.m. to stop by the Gate River Run Expo at Jacksonville Fairgrounds to register for Saturday's race. You can't sign up day of, right? So tonight's the last chance. Events do kick off 7:50 with a post-celebration back at the Jacks Fairgrounds.
I'm going to check this out this weekend. Saturday and Sunday, stop by the Clay County Fairgrounds for the annual Strawberry Fest from 10 in the morning until 5 in the evening. Eat all of the strawberry desserts you'd like. Watch live music. There's pony rides, bounce houses, you name it. That sounds like a fun time for the kids.
You know what else is fun for the kids? Da Baby.
Da Baby.
Da Baby. Saturday night, Moneybag Yo and Boozy performing at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. You can still get tickets. Show starts at 7:30. Maybe leave the kids at the house.
Boosie. I have a beef with Boosie.
Why?
Interview related.
Interview related?
I mean, he was like 2-3 hours late. Anyway, Sunday, watch Jacksonville Icemen take on the Orlando Solar Bears. Grab your tickets ahead of time online. The puck drops at 3. We all have these good.
Right?
We need to take McKenna's advice. Let it go.
Led the high road. They were doing other things. They were busy. 6:51, your GMJ on the go is next. All your top headlines. But before we go to break, one of the best events for families on the First Coast returning this fall for the first time in 3 years. The NES Jacks Air Show will take flight in October and will feature, that's right, the Blue Angels. GMJ back in 90 seconds. Stay there.
So yeah. And then I'll take the
All right, time to get you out the door with your GMJ on the go. We begin with a traffic fatality that left a 12-year-old dead.
Just heartbreaking. Let's get right out to On Your Side's Leah Shields.
A 12-year-old was killed overnight on 295 in a crash. Florida Highway Patrol says just down the road on the west side of Jacksonville near 295 and 103rd Street. A semi-truck was slowing down as traffic slowed down, and a van behind it did not slow down in time, rear-ending the truck. The 34-year-old driver had serious injuries, 6-year-old passenger, minor injuries, and a 12-year-old boy in that car was killed. Leah Shields, First Coast News, on your side.
All right, we have new details now on the death of a motorcyclist from the south side overnight. Jacksonville Sheriff's Office says, according to a witness, the motorcyclist was speeding along San Jose. This was around 9:30 last night. They say he hit a concrete mailbox on Hilliard Road, and JSO says he died at the scene. No identity, not yet at least at this time, released.
Also breaking overnight, one person is recovering after a shooting on the city's north side. This happened just after 10 last night. JSO investigators say they found the victim in the roadway on 25th Street. He is in the hospital right now, and there is no word on a suspect. If you know anything, please give Crime Stoppers a call.
So let's look at your 7-day forecast. We've got warm temperatures on the way, but it gets even warmer. Some would even say hot. I think that's okay to say. We're near record warmth by early next week.
And oh, look at the Buckman Bridge and that sun. Oh, gorgeous. And traffic is moving on all of our local bridges, which is great to see.
That's good. More good vibes. We got the beautiful bridge. We got a beautiful sunrise on some incredible news right over on this side of the desk. Hey, Lauren.
Hey, so I broke it yesterday on Facebook. I told everyone that once I start sharing a secret, I can't keep it in any longer, so sorry I couldn't wait. But yes, if everyone saw on Facebook yesterday, Brian and I are expecting number 2. Our baby shark, and the blue is on purpose.
What does that
welcome
mean?
For the
what
song.
does blue mean?
It's a boy.
It's a boy!
Yes.
It's a boy.
Miss Maddie Girl is going to be a big sister. She has no idea what's in store. We're super excited, though. Feeling really blessed, really grateful.
That's awesome.
If anyone doesn't know, Brian and I have been together since we were 15. So, I mean, this has, been in the works, you know? We've been together for half of our lives. So now that we're really starting a family and it's just all coming to fruition, we just are just so happy. I can't even explain it.
Oh, we're excited for you, Lauren. This is just awesome news. So a boy and a girl. I'm assuming you're done. We gonna see?
We'll see.
We'll see.
What happens, but I'm very happy to have a girl and a boy. I have a little brother as well, so it's bittersweet.
Yay, that's awesome.
Well, what's his
Thanks,
name going to
guys.
be? Do we have a name yet?
We don't have a name yet, so GMJ viewers, Keitha, Lou, Katie, give me your suggestions.
Are we going to chime in on that?
He's got some ideas.
Otis. I wanted to name, if I were my second child, if it was a boy, I wanted to name it Otis. And my wife was like, no, we're not naming it Otis.
Yeah.
And we were surprised, found out it was a girl, so we had Ruby. But hey, put Otis.
How about Bubba? How you feel about
Bubba.
that? Oh, well, it'd be a nickname.
Otis.
Cool, Bubba.
Cool, Bubba.
That'd be great. Get them on the boat and enjoy it.
We'll see you in 30 minutes, folks. Be safe.
Ready whenever you all are, just holla.
What? Like
Wait, what happened? Did they ask?
Yeah, I guess I haven't really told everybody. So yeah, I'm doing the 11 p.m. weather. Tim's going to stop doing the 11. Let's just keep this right here.
I knew this was happening, but I've been wondering.
Yeah, so June-ish, I'm going to do the 11 p.m. weather because Tim's not going to do the 11s anymore.
How is that going to work?
How are you going to shoot stories at all?
Oh, he's gonna.
No. At 7:05, I'm leaving. I will be, like, that was part of the deal. Like, I won't do Friday nights. I'll just do Sunday 11 through Friday GMJ.
Is that permanent or just until they figure out what they're going to do?
Wait, Sunday 11?
Tim was ready to retire this year, so they have to do something.
But they had to bring Tim, so part of the, instead of just keeping him, let's get another hurricane season or two out of him, because he's like, I'm not doing it more.
So when are you going to get in and when are you going to leave?
10:40 to do the 11. I mean, I don't have to, like, I'm just going to, it's a 30-minute show, so I'm going to come in right before the 11. Then,
Hey, but how's that gonna fly? Because there's gonna be so many nights where it's like, whoa, we got severe weather.
I was going to say.
yeah, Tim will stay. That's what was pitched to me during hurricanes. Tim will, like, during the big events, if there's still, like,
Hey, good morning, everyone, and happy Friday to you. As we head through the weekend, we've got more beautiful weather on the way. Lots of sunshine, warm temperatures near 80 degrees today, tomorrow, but we boost into those mid, even upper 80s through early next week. Hey, good morning and happy Friday to you. Meteorologist Lauren Rautenkranz here. Plenty of sunshine in the days ahead, but we will begin to introduce those rain chances by Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm thinking we could have some pop-ups in the area with the intense heat that we're going to see ahead of our next cold front. We could be near record warmth by Monday, so find those cool spots this weekend. Good Friday morning to you. Meteorologist Lauren Rautenkranz here. Sunshine, warm breezes. It'll be nice and comfortable as we head throughout the next several days, but we're welcoming a cold front into the area by early next week. So for now, dry, all right? But as we head toward Tuesday, Wednesday, some pop-ups in the picture with the intense heat that we see ahead of a cold front that begins to bring in widespread showers, possibly some storms by Thursday and Friday of next week. For now, though, enjoy the sunshine. It's Friday after all, near 80 this afternoon.